Hi everyone, bit of a different video today. Obviously we're not at any scenic location for filming any film photography video or anything like that, so I'm actually gonna record the entire process of replacing my motorcycle's clutch. I only thought to do this because it's a rainy day, I have nothing else to do, so let's get to it. Okay, well, bike's in, so I think the first step is to take the entire thing basically apart and we'll go from there. I totally forgot some basic information. This is a 2013 Honda CBR250R. This is my first motorcycle I picked up. I think I picked it up somewhere in August or so, and then when I picked it up, it looked nothing like this. It was probably like 3 different colors because I guess the previous owner dropped it or something in the parking lot. So I spent a couple months just going through the entire bike to make sure everything was okay to ride and replacing a few things here and there because they were damaged, and also changed color to black. But unfortunately, I wrapped the main fairings and I didn't realize how complicated of a job that was. So the wrap is not on there completely cleanly or nicely. So I may go back eventually and just paint the entire thing gloss black. So with the bike completely taken apart now that, or at least we took everything off that we need to for this, I'm gonna start draining the engine oil and then coolant, and then we're gonna take the entire side case off. So I'll move the camera closer in a bit. Okay, so we just drained the engine oil right here, and now we're gonna start taking off the clutch cable, radiator hose, this water pump housing, and then I think we can start removing the entire side cover. So we just disconnected the clutch line from this bracket right here. I'm actually gonna be taking the entire line out because I have a brand new OEM one ready to go, so let's get to it. Whoever did that last tightened it way too tight. Okay. Basically, this is what we were trying to get to. The clutches are under here, so we have to remove these 5 bolts holding the pressure plate on. And then the rest of the stuff in here looks like it's, looks like we have a chain right here, probably for like delivering timing from the crank up to the cams. And I don't know motorcycles that well, so. If you know what all this stuff, all these other gears do, then feel free to leave a comment or whatever. But so our goal today, we're gonna replace these guys. And apparently the process to do that is to remove the 5 bolts, take the pressure plate off, and then remove a plate, flip it around, and then put it on your foot peg, rinse and repeat. So that way you have the exact order of the friction plate and the discs correct. So let's get to it. All 5 of the bolts holding the pressure plate are off, including the springs. So let's just take this guy off and so we have, let's see. So I removed all of the discs, the clutch packs, the clutch discs, and the metal ones. So we're just gonna take a look at these and see what the condition is on all of them. Okay, well, that took longer than expected, but it's the next day and I had to go take care of some different stuff, so I had to leave this in the meantime. But I also forgot to record a couple different things, like taking the side cover off and scraping the paper gasket off, which was a pain in the I was also going around and cleaning the... So let me just show you instead. So the gasket that Honda designed for this cover is made of paper, and unfortunately over time paper dries out. So I was just spending a lot of time yesterday just trying to scrape as much of it off as I could to make it clean. And then I also went around and replaced both of these pins right here, exist right here, and then there's one right there, in addition to replacing the O-rings that exist in various places while I have all of this stuff open. So today I think we're just gonna install the new clutch plates and the discs, put the pressure plate back on, torque the 5 bolts and springs to spec, and then put the cover back on, oil, filter, new coolant, new radiator hoses, and then that'll do it. I also forgot to mention that last night before I left, I actually managed to soak the discs and the clutch plates in oil, because that seems to be like the normal practice before installing them. So you let them soak for a little while. I actually let mine soak overnight. I don't know if that makes much of a difference, but that's just the circumstances of what I ended up having to do. So I want to take these out and remember what order they start in based off the ones I took off yesterday. So in this order, but they actually go this way in the bike. So we're gonna start with the clutch plate, then a disc. Okay, so all the clutch plates and the discs are in, so now we're gonna put the pressure plate on. I did press a new OEM bearing into the plate there. We also have brand new springs, OEMs, in addition to bolts and washers. I don't know the full part number, and there you go. I also forgot to mention this pin is also brand new. I think what I can do is probably just use this ratchet and then kind of just go around. We're going to switch to our torque wrench here. And according to the factory spec, we are supposed to 12 Newton meters, which closest on here is 11, according to the markings here, we're at 11.3 Newton meters plus 0.68. So that's basically 12. So we're just... You can see there that the torque wrench kind of stops. So I'm just about to get to 12 Newton meters, it looks like, on each bolt now. All of them clicked, but we're gonna check one more time, and then that'll be that for the clutches. We double checked. We also checked the conversion from Newton meters on this side to inch pounds. 12 Newton meters is about 106 inch pounds, so we're good there. That's done there. Next, we're gonna look at probably replacing the clutch line, since this is all open right now anyway. Okay, so we're gonna remove the clutch line, which involves basically just undoing it here at the lever, which is actually pretty easy since it's already eased down there. Basically what I'm doing is I'm removing the adjuster, so that way it lets the line completely sever, and there we go. This is what the new line looks like, brand new Honda OEM. I'm surprised that this one only has one nut on the end of it, but that's okay because we can just take the nut off the other end and put it on there. Okay. We just made sure to line up the paper gasket. Got the old one out, new one here. Orientation matches and looks like it fits, so let's go ahead and put it in.
My wife was wondering how to do
Okay, long time no update, but basically what I did was just put everything back together. So, reinstalled the crankcase cover, new gaskets in there. I torqued all the bolts to spec in the, whatever crisscross pattern. Water pump cover reinstalled with a new gasket. New radiator hoses, both sides, because while I was there, I may as well have done it. New oil filter, new oil filter, what do they call it? Whatever the gasket is for the cover, basically. Topped off the engine oil, coolant, started it up, everything sounded good. There is a bit of a burn, something like kind of burning off on the bottom, which I think is the engine degreaser that I was spraying to kind of clean up the underside, so we'll see what happens. But last thing was, I didn't realize this, but I had actually, this bolt right here, if it focuses, yeah, there we go, holds the header on to the exhaust right where the slip-on mounts to it. I didn't realize this, but in the amount of time that I reinstalled, or I tried painting the header and reinstalled and everything, the nut actually undid itself and fell off somewhere on the road. So had to run to the parts store. We got ourselves some M8 by 125, the nuts, in addition to a couple different types of washers to see which kind of fits best. But other than that, I think we just have to button it up and just the header up and the slip on, and then I think we're good. Yeah.